Hi friends, it's Julie, and today I'm here with kind of a fun video for you guys. I wanted to share with you all of the books that I plan on reading before their movie adaptation comes out this year. So something that you guys might not know about me is that I really enjoy book-to-movie or even book-to-TV adaptations. I always watch them, even though I know sometimes I'm going to be disappointed. I'm such a sucker. I just really enjoy them. And when I was looking to see what books are going to be adapted this year, I was surprised to see so many books that are on my TBR. Some of them have been on there for a long time, so I feel like this is the perfect motivation to finally pick up these books this year. So I have put them in order by release date, at least as best as I could, and I just wanted to share them with you. So the first one is The Lost City of Z, A Tale of Deadly Obsession in the Amazon by David Grann. Now, this is a non-fiction book about an explorer who goes into the Amazon searching for the lost city of El Dorado and he is never seen again. And I actually picked up this book last year from the library, but I never got around to reading it before it was due, and then I just never checked it out again. But it just sounds so mysterious and so interesting, and I really want to pick it up before the movie comes out. And the movie is coming out in April and will be starring Charlie Hunnam and Sienna Miller. Then we have The Dinner by Herman Koch, which is a dark suspense novel, I believe is what it's categorized as. And it's about two couples who meet over dinner to discuss, I believe, a crime that their children have committed. This book has been sitting on my bookshelf for months, and so I have no reason not to pick this up and read it before the movie comes out. And it is coming out in May and will star Richard Gere and Laura Linney. Then also in May, we have My Cousin Rachel by Daphne du Maurier. Now, I read Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier in, I believe, 2015, and a really unpopular opinion was I was not the biggest fan of it, but I feel like I have changed so much as a reader since then that I want to give another one of her books a try, because I feel like her writing style would be something that I should enjoy. I know that it's dark, I know that it's gothic, and I enjoy that type of writing, so I definitely want to check out another one of her books before I just decide she's not for me, and I'm going to go with this one because they're making it into a movie. Now, this is the story about a young man who is plotting revenge against his cousin's wife, who he believes played a role in his cousin's murder. But as he is plotting this revenge, he ends up falling in love with her. Now, this will be starring Rachel Weisz and Sam Claflin and comes out May 5th. At least that's the date that I found online, but I haven't seen a trailer or anything out for it yet, so I'm not sure if they're going to be pushing that back. And then coming out in November, we have Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie. Now, I read my first Agatha Christie novel last year for Spookathon, and that was And Then There Were None, but I actually debated between this one and that one. And I already own a copy of Murder on the Orient Express, so I have no reason not to read it. And I absolutely loved And Then There Were None. I thought it was such a warm, cozy mystery, and it was so much fun to try and figure out. So I'm really hoping that I enjoy this one too. And this one is about a group of people who are riding on a train and a murder occurs, and an inspector is trying to figure out which one of the other passengers committed the murder. So it has kind of the same feel, and I've heard really good things about it. So this one is coming out November 22nd and will be starring Johnny Depp and Penelope Cruz. Now, those are all of the ones that are coming out that I haven't read, but there are two adaptations that are coming out this year over books that I have read and that I'm pretty excited about seeing the movie. And the first one of those is Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer. This is a sci-fi thriller about a group of female scientists who are sent into this area called Area X to explore and try and figure out what's going on in this area, because everyone who's ever went into there, something bad always happens to them when they leave. Now, as some of you guys remember, I read this book last year and I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I really enjoyed the idea of the story. I just wasn't so in love with his writing, and everyone else seems to really enjoy it. It just really wasn't for me, but I think it would be a fantastic movie, so I'm really excited to see it. And the director of this is Alex Garland, and he actually directed this other really great sci-fi thriller called Ex Machina about artificial intelligence. It was fantastic. If you haven't watched it, I definitely recommend it. Really cool movie. So I'm really looking forward to seeing, his take on this novel, and it will also be starring Natalie Portman, so that's also a plus. And the final adaptation that I want to talk about is The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls. This is Jeanette Walls' memoir about growing up in a really poor, dysfunctional family. And she actually went on to become a pretty successful writer, and her parents are still homeless by choice. She actually talks about that in this memoir. But her mother suffered from mental illness, her dad was an alcoholic, and they just lived in really bad living conditions. They rarely had food. It was just a pretty sad story, but it's amazing how far she's come since then. Now, there is no set release date on this adaptation yet. It just says 2017, so that's why it's on this list. But I do know that Brie Larson is playing Jeanette. Her mother is being played by Naomi Watts, and her father is being played by Woody Harrelson. So I think the casting is really fantastic, so I have high hopes for this one. But those are all of the book to movie adaptations that I'm looking forward to this year. Please leave me a comment down below and let me know if there's any that you are super excited about that you think I should add to this list, or if you've read any of these books and what you thought about them. But I think that's it for the day, guys, and I will see you all again very soon. Happy reading. Bye.